Welcome everyone. Here in the previous class we were discussing about regulation of gene expression, why this controlling of gene expression is required, why it cannot take place all the time, because there are certain proteins which need to be synthesized regularly and there are certain proteins which does not need to be synthesized regularly. So here now there should be a regulation mechanism which will be controlling this expression of genes, which will be controlling the synthesis of proteins, because if it doesn't want proteins, then proteins should not be synthesized. So there should be a mechanism, there should be a mechanism which will be helping in the regulation of these proteins, in the synthesis and expression of these proteins. So here the three scientists, Loaf, Jacob and Monod, they came with the concept of operon model. They came with the concept of operon model, that there is an operon which is helping in the regulation of this expression of the genes. There is an operon which is helping in the expression of the regulation of the genes. So here they term it as operon model. Operon means something which will be operating. How it is operating? By controlling the expression of the genes. By controlling the expression of the genes, by controlling the synthesis of proteins, by controlling the synthesis of proteins. So there are certain proteins, I already said you, they doesn't need to be formed regularly, continuously. So at that time there should be a mechanism which will be switching off that genes. We don't want certain genes to be expressed. So there should be a mechanism which will be switching it off, so that those genes cannot be expressed. So that switching it on and off is because there should be a mechanism of switching on and off. So what they gave, the mechanism, these three scientists said that there is a mechanism which is helping in the controlling of or the regulation of the expression of the genes, and they term it as operon model. So actually what is operon? What is operon? So operon is a set of many structural genes. Operon is nothing but it is a set of many structural genes arranged under a common promoter. Arranged under a common promoter and regulated by common operator. So what is an operon? Operon is a set of structural genes arranged under a common operator and regulated by a common regulator. Okay, so that is actually a operon. So when we see this one, this transcription unit, when we discuss this process of transcription, we have said about the word transcription unit. What is transcription unit actually? So here this transcription unit consisted of, here there was a promoter, then the structural gene, this was the promoter, the structural gene and the terminator. This is the structural genes. So this is the transcription unit. The transcription unit consisted of promoter, structural gene and a terminator. In the process of transcription, there was a transcription unit which was helping in the process of transcription. And what actually was a transcription unit? It was a unit which consisted of a set of genes. So here it was consisting of a promoter, the structural genes and the terminator. So they were all the part of DNA, the promoter, the structural gene and the terminator, all of them were the part of the DNA. On the DNA itself there was a promoter from where the transcription was initiated. Okay, then structural genes was there which has to be transcribed. Then at the end we have a terminator. So this was the transcription unit which consists of three parts. One is promoter, structural genes and terminator. Terminator means to end the process of transcription. To end the process of transcription, there was terminator. To start the process of transcription, there was promoter, and the structural genes was transcribed into RNA. The structural genes were transcribed into RNA. This we have seen during the process of transcription. Now in this operon, we have this promoter, that is we have a common promoter, then we have structural genes, and these promoter and these structural genes, they are regulated by a common promoter. Okay, so promoter is also present here in this operon model. That is, in this operon model, what actually is operon? It is a set of structural genes which have a common promoter and regulated by a common regulator. So in this operon, we doesn't have this terminator. We don't have the terminator. So we have operator. So we have this promoter, we have the structural gene, along with this promoter and structural gene, we have a operator. Along with the structural gene and promoter, we have an operator. We don't have a terminator here. In transcription, terminator was there along with promoter and structural gene. In operon, we don't have terminator. We have this promoter promoter is there, structural gene is there. Okay, structural gene is there. Both this promoter and the structural genes are controlled by a regulator which is called as operator. They are regulated by the structural gene and the promoter, they are regulated by a common operator. So in this one, this is the promoter, this is the structural gene. In between this promoter and the structural gene, there is a region of this region, because this promoter, structural gene, terminator, all these are the part of DNA itself. On the DNA, for example, if this is the DNA, on this region of DNA, we have one promoter from where initiation of transcription will take place. Promoter is the region from where initiation of transcription will take place. Okay, and on this DNA only set of structural genes are present. Structural genes are present, and on this DNA only terminator is present. This is the promoter, this is the terminator. So this we have seen in transcription. This is part of DNA only. The structural gene, this promoter, this terminator, these are all the parts of DNA only. Here in operon also, this we have seen in transcription. In operon also, all these, the promoter, the structural gene, the operator, these all are the part of the DNA itself. All these are the part of DNA itself. But here in operon, in between this promoter and the structural gene, there is a region of DNA. There is a region of DNA where operator is present. Operator is present. Okay, so in between this promoter and the structural gene, there is a region of DNA. There is a region of DNA which is called as operator. Okay, so this is all the part of DNA. This promoter, this operator, this structural gene, this terminator, all these are the parts of the DNA itself. But in operon, we don't need this terminator. We don't need this terminator. We have this promoter, we have the structural gene, and we have the operator. So between promoter and structural gene, between this promoter and the structural gene is from here to here. See, structural gene. So from between this promoter and the structural gene, there is a site on the DNA. Region of DNA is known as promoter. So a little region is there which is called as the promoter, and this promoter is the actual one which is helping in the controlling of gene expression. This operator, not promoter, sorry, this operator is the only one which is regulating this gene expression, whether transcription has to be carried out or not. How the genes will be expressed? When proteins are synthesized, genes will be expressed. How proteins are synthesized? For the synthesis of proteins, first mRNA needs to be synthesized. Okay, so when mRNA should be synthesized, that will be decided by this operator. That will be decided by the operator. Okay, so operator is the only one. Operator is the one actually. Along with operator, there is some other also, but as of now, this operator is the one which is controlling this expression of gene, which is controlling this expression of genes. So this is operator is only controlling whether this transcription has to take place or not and all. So operator is the one which is helping in the controlling of gene expression. Okay, so now operator is also a part of DNA, always located adjacent to the promoter. So this is the promoter, always this operator. Operator is also a part of the DNA which is always located adjacent to the promoter. Operator is a part of DNA which is always adjacent to the promoter. Okay, so adjacent to the promoter, it is in between promoter and the structural genes, and it will be always adjacent to this. This is the promoter. Adjacent to the promoter, we will be having operator. So operator is also part of the DNA which is always adjacent to the promoter. Always adjacent to the promoter. So what happens? So if we want the proteins to be expressed, if we want the embryo to be formed, then the proteins which will be helping in the formation of embryo has to be synthesized. See here, if we want a new individual to be born, then embryo should be formed. Okay, embryo should be formed. So for the formation of embryo, we require proteins. For the formation of embryo, we require proteins. So for the protein synthesis, transcription has to take place. For the protein synthesis, transcription has to take place. So whenever structural genes are turned off, okay, I said you, for the formation of embryo, we require proteins. Okay, for this protein synthesis, we require mRNA. So for this mRNA, we require DNA. So transcription process should be initiated so that DNA helps in the formation of, in the synthesis of mRNA. So what happens? So whenever the structural genes are turned off, because for this transcription to take place, these structural genes need to make a copy of RNA. These structure, whatever the sequence is there on the structural gene, with the help of this sequence only, RNA will be formed. Okay, so RNA will be formed. So when these structural genes are turned off, when the structural genes are turned off, there is no transcription. There is no transcription. So for this DNA, for changing this DNA into mRNA, here structural gene should be turned on. What happens if the structural genes are turned off? If the structural genes are turned off, these genes are turned off. So when these genes are turned off now, this mRNA will not be synthesized. When this mRNA is not synthesized, proteins will not be synthesized. When these proteins are not synthesized, there is no formation of embryo. There is no formation of embryo. For the embryo formation of embryo, these structural genes are to be turned on. For the formation of this embryo, the structural genes are to be turned on. So who will be turning on those structural genes? Because when structural genes are turned on, these structural gene will help in the formation of transcript, that is mRNA, primary transcript. This help in the formation of mRNA. mRNA will help in the synthesis of proteins. So if we want proteins to be synthesized, the structural gene has to be turned on. So who will be deciding whether to turn on the structural gene or not? This is the operator. This is the operator which will be deciding whether to turn on the structural gene or not. Okay. So when this operator decides that now it is time to turn on the gene, it is time for the proteins to be expressed, then operator will allow the structural genes. The operator will be, the switch will be on, the operator will allow the structural gene to transcribe into mRNA. So how? This operator is not the only one which is regulating this turning on and off the gene. Operator is not the only one. Along with this operator, there are proteins called as regulators. Along with the operator, there are certain proteins which are called as regulators. These regulators, along with this operator, these regulators along with this operator will helping in the regulation of gene expression. Regulation of gene expression is whether to turn this on or whether to turn this off. So this turning on and off of this switches or this regulation of this gene is dependent on this operator, and along with the operator it is also dependent on the proteins called as regulators. It is also dependent on the proteins called as regulator. So operator is nothing but, now if we define what is operator, operator is a sequence of DNA, just region of the DNA, sequence of the DNA which interacts with regulatory proteins, because I said you this turning on and off is done by operator along with the regulatory protein. So operator is nothing but a sequence of DNA which interacts with regulatory proteins. Okay. So this operator interacts with regulatory proteins, okay, to control the accessibility of the promoter. To control the accessibility of the promoter region. Now what does this means, to control the accessibility of the promoter region? Here this promoter will be initiating the transcription. I said you promoter will be here, because if we want the proteins, if we want this embryo to be formed, proteins has to be synthesized. For the synthesis of proteins, mRNA has to be synthesized, and for mRNA, DNA has to be transcribed into mRNA. For this process, because for this process of transcription we require, for example this is the DNA. So if we want this to change into RNA, we require a promoter, structural gene and terminator. We require promoter, structural gene and terminator. So the promoter initiates the formation synthesis of RNA and terminator stops the synthesis of RNA. And this whatever the genes are there on this one, they will be helping in making a complementary strand. Okay. So now this is how transcription will take place. But this availability of this promoter, because if promoter is available, then only process of transcription will start, then only the RNA synthesis will be initiated. But this promoter has to be accessible. If promoter is accessible, is ready, then only RNA will be formed. So then who will decide whether this promoter is accessible or not? Who will decide whether this promoter is accessible or not? What happens? Because after this promoter is there, on this promoter now RNA polymerase will come and bind. RNA polymerase will come and bind, and because of this RNA polymerase, new nucleotides will be here. RNA polymerase will come and bind, new nucleotides will be joining and forming the RNA. So who is doing this work? RNA polymerase. So on this promoter, RNA polymerase should come and bind. On this promoter, RNA polymerase should come and bind, then only the transcription will take place, then only mRNA formation will take place. But it will not allow access, this promoter will not allow accessibility to RNA polymerase to bind to the promoter. If it does not want for the embryo to be formed, so this operator will not allow the RNA polymerase to bind on the promoter. So it does not give accessibility to promoter by not allowing the RNA polymerase to bind, because for RNA polymerase to bind there should be some space so that RNA polymerase comes and binds on the promoter. So operator along with this regulatory proteins, they will not give the space, to RNA polymerase to come and bind on this promoter. So that means promoter is not accessible. Now if operator decides that the embryo has to be formed, then they will direct this process of protein synthesis. How they will direct? This operator will move and give the space. The operator and this regulator will move and give the space so that RNA polymerase comes and bind on the promoter. And when RNA comes and binds on the promoter, this transcription will be taking place, mRNA will be formed, and from the mRNA proteins will be synthesized. So it is basically operator which is controlling the regulation of the gene expression. So the operon model we will study in the next video.